So if you have been using Stitch in any capacity, whether you're a designer or a developer or someone who's just trying to get a quick prototype out the door, you are going to love this. The Stitch team just dropped their biggest update yet, which changes how Stitch as a product operates fundamentally. There are 5 key updates as part of this release. I will start with a quick overview first, and then we will get into Stitch and do a deep dive. So here we go. Number one is the AI native canvas. The canvas can now hold and reason across images, code, and text all at the same time. There's also a new agent manager that helps you design in parallel. And there is this, of course, the light mode. Number two is a smarter design agent. It can now understand your entire canvas context. You can swap images, you can generate product briefs, and you can finally mix mobile and desktop screens on the same canvas, which is pretty fantastic. Number three, and this is the one that really got my attention, you can now vibe design with your own voice. So Stitch can see your canvas, it can also see your selected screens, and you can ask for design changes, variations, or navigate your canvas completely hands-free. This is pretty cool. Number four is instant prototypes. So you hit the play button and you get a working prototype in seconds. And Stitch can even imagine the next screen based on where you click. And number five is design.md. So every new design now automatically starts with a cohesive design system. And there's this new design.md file that lets you export or import your design rules across projects and even to external tools. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through each one of these in an actual demo one by one. So you can see this in real action inside of Stitch. And I'm going to start with the one that I think is the most interesting, which is voice. Before we get there, all opinions are my own and do not belong to my employer. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so I am in the Stitch platform. You can see that they have a little Meet the New Stitch here, but immediately what you will notice is they have got a new light mode, which is fantastic, which was not there before. And the other thing that you will notice here is they have got this start live mode, which is what I want to start with first, right? So when I click on this,
Hey, what are we designing?
hey, create a landing page for my AI webinar that I want to do on April 20th. It should have a brief agenda on the Google AI stack and my picture on the side. Make sure it is a simple one page that doesn't require scrolling.
On it. Working on it.
So as the agent is working, you can see that you are able to select different voices, and that's pretty cool because this is coming from the Gemini Live API. You can also see the agent actually in action, so you can do like multiple. But what you just witnessed right now, right? This is where it is actually starting with an actual design system where it is selecting the colors, the fonts, the components rules, all of that automatically. Now, this is a pretty cool feature that they have added. What you can do is then you can go ahead and modify this design system, or you can also go ahead and save this design system for future use. But this is the first thing. So they're following a process per se instead of just going ahead and designing blindly, right? So now you have a design system in place. And here you go. So it has given this particular output, and it is going to confirm that it has done the job.
Wow, the design is ready. I've applied that sleek, dark theme for your webinar landing page. The layout is clean and perfectly contained. What do you think?
So this is pretty good. What I want you to do is actually upload my picture. So I'm going to add that picture here and replace the picture of the man in the landing page with my picture that I just uploaded.
I see your vision. Let's swap that picture and make it truly yours.
Okay. So this is another cool thing. Now it is able to understand the images. So this is the image that I've uploaded here, and hopefully you will see that it is going to create a new variation of this particular landing page, and it should hopefully be able to swap. And there you go. So you can see that now it has swapped that image, which is pretty cool.
The speaker image is updated. What do you think of the new variation?
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I also want you to create 3 additional variations here and change the name to SURYAKUNJU.
I love that. Let's create 3 variations and update the name to Surya Kunju. Excited to see how they turn out.
So as you can see live, I am doing this vibe designing using my voice. I just uploaded an image, but beyond that, it is able to understand my instructions. It is able to also not only just create the landing page, but also swap some of the elements of that landing page with the additional things that I've uploaded. I feel that is pretty cool. All right, you can see that it is now working on creating the 3 variations.
They're ready! Check out these new variations with Surya Kunju's name. Which direction feels right?
All right, so here are the 3 variations that it has created. I think we'll need to give it one more request to change my image once again, but you can see 3 different variations.
I see them. Let's nail down that speaker image one more time for all 3. Working on it. Yes, let's do it. I'll edit the speaker image now. On it.
So you can see that once it has generated the 3 variations, I can then ask it to again replace it with my picture, and you are able to see that it is doing a great job and it is keeping the aesthetics as we had expected, and it has replaced the images, right? So you can see these were the original ones, and now we have got the 3 variations again with my images being replaced.
It looks fantastic. The new image is perfectly integrated across all the variations, and the aesthetic is really powerful.
All right, and any point in time, you can end the live mode and then you can have a continuation with just a text chat. But that is the first thing I really wanted to show, right? So you're able to see that we were able to have multiple things done in a very short amount of time and without actually typing anything. The other thing that you should notice here is it keeps a track of the prompts that we had given and the designs that it has created. So if I click on this, then it will actually, so this is the first prompt where it created this, then it created this, and then we asked it to create like 3 different variations, and lastly we asked it to replace the speaker. So it has done all of that. So that is the agent log that it maintains, which is another fantastic new feature. I think the most critical one here is the actual design system, which you're also seeing. So here it has actually kept that design system. So for each one of the variations that it has created a design system as well. So you can see here in reflection, the design system for this is different, for this is obviously different, and then the last one is different as well. So you are now able to select any one of these as you continue your conversation, or you are welcome to create your own design system. Over here, you are able to make different types of changes, and then you're able to save them as well, right? These are some of the features that are brand new in terms, they already had the design system, but automatically creating as the first step as you enter into this is brand new, right? So the other cool feature that I wanted to show was here you can select one and you have the ability to now create instant prototype, which is fantastic. So you can see that here it's saying that creating an instant prototype, and now you can click on preview, and then you will see that if I had like multiple pages, you are able to actually create all of this together. You can actually add more existing screens. So let's just say that we had an app which had multiple pages as well. You're able to add multiple screens, or you can actually ask AI to create one, and you can also describe what should be the page, right? So now you're able to see the interaction if there was an interaction, right? So let's say that I had a login screen, so that would become like the first screen, and then if I had like the other screen as well, all of those things will now be part of the prototype, which is pretty cool. So that's another cool thing that they have added, which is instant prototype. Then they have also created this mobile app version, so you're able to go ahead and create this. So you can see that as soon as I clicked on that, it is now generating a mobile version of this particular screen. So you're able to do that as well, right? So you can see this one was a web page, this one was the prototype, and now it is working on a mobile version very quickly. Initially, you had to decide upfront whether you want a web or an app, but now you can also change in the middle of the design where you've started with the website, but then you are able to now convert it into an app as well. So these are some of the new things again that they have added. We'll give it a second for it to create the mobile version, and we will see. And here you see that it is already starting to generate here. And here you can see that it has generated the mobile version of this, right? So you will need to scroll down and stuff like that. And again, you can then ask it to change this image with your own image, which you have uploaded, and it will do the job. And the last thing that I want to show is the design.md. So you can actually create your own design.md over here, or if you have an existing design, right, you can actually bring the design to this. and also like export the design to anywhere else, right? So these are some of the things that are possible. You can also see the export functionality. So of course you can export it to AI Studio, Figma, Jules, and then they've also enabled the MCP. They've created this instant prototype as an export. So that is fantastic. You will be able to do that, and then you can take this to build with AI Studio directly from here as well. So that is pretty fantastic as well. So you can see that these are the power packed updates that the new Stitch has come up with. I would encourage you to just go to Stitch and try it yourself. This is really fun. The one which I enjoyed the most was using my voice to design. So let me know in the comment section if you have any questions and what did you think of this new 5 different updates. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so that you can keep getting these videos as well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.